What's good, y'all? Man's Deal back with another video, man. Today we're going to be talking about how to deal with anxiety. Now, anxiety is something that I've been dealing with a lot lately, specifically like the last 3 months. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I have like health anxiety, which basically means I'm like the type of person, or I became that type of person who's like, I get very worried about my health, and like each time I notice like a symptom in my body that could be a disease, I get to like Googling and asking ChatGPT all these questions. Like I remember I used to be convinced I had diabetes for a while, and then it was going blind. I think I also like in the past I was really like convinced that I would get like fucking like heart attacks randomly when I was in a library or something. It was pretty bad, bro. But I've been making progress. I've been making a lot of progress these like especially in the last 2 weeks. And this advice is not just for health anxiety. Like this is if you like with any kind of anxiety, whether it's health anxiety, performance anxiety, any type of anxiety. Because at the end of the day, anxiety is basically it's always the same thing, right? It's just you make your brain like is getting thoughts, and it creates like really unrealistic cases, like worst case scenarios that are literally so unlikely to happen that it's basically like impossible. But our brains are so intelligent that they literally they trick us into believing that whatever we are going through and whatever our brain will think is going to happen, the brain literally like convinces us that it's going to be real, basically. So here, I'm going to get straight to the point. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to make this video too long, too. Bro, I just recorded like a Clash Royale gameplay, right? I wanted to talk about like anxiety, like on Clash Royale, like while playing. And it was so fucking ass. Like the audio was so dog shit. I was genuinely fucking pissed. Because I was there screen recording for 17 minutes. And the audio was fucking dog shit. So I was like, hell no. Like genuinely lagging. Bro, like cards that weren't even on the map. I don't even know where the noises came from, honestly. But anyways, so let's get to it. How do you beat anxiety? The answer is you don't. And I know you're getting pissed off, but hear me out, right? What happens, like, because you tried this shit before, right? Whenever you got anxious, what did you do? You try to convince yourself, oh, it's just, it's not even real. Don't worry about it, brain. Or you did the go away method. And what happened? The anxiety gets stronger, right? The more you try to beat anxiety, the more you try to fight this shit or ignore it, the louder it gets. If I tell you to not think about an elephant, what's going to happen? You're going to think about an elephant, bro. That's just how the brain works. The more you try to fix something, the less good it's going to go for you, bro. It's the law of attraction or something like that, I believe. But look, the point is, you beat anxiety by not ignoring it, not fighting it, but you basically need to treat it like a side character. Like in a rap song, right? There is like the person who raps, like the rapper, and then there's like the guy who does ad-libs. So it's like baby on baby on baby, and then it's like, yo, I'm like a new rap, and I'm like an ad-lib is basically like, yeah, that's lit, like Playboy Cardi type shit, like basically little words along like the rap. That's how you gotta treat anxiety. You need to live your life as if this shit didn't exist. So whether you wake up and you're anxious or not, you need to follow your routine, whether you're anxious or not. And I know this is like not cool to hear, and you would wish I would tell you like some quick fix for this, but it's just what you gotta do. You need to learn, like you gotta know that you do not need to have, you don't need to be in the perfect state of mind to get shit done. If you wake up and you feel tired and like unmotivated, that does not mean skip the gym. If you if you get up and you have like a headache or you're anxious, that does not mean skip studying, you know? And the more days that you go through and where you basically like ignore the anxiety, or you just label the thought like, okay, this is anxiety, I'm going to do what I want to do anyways. The more days you can do that, and the more days you can live your life despite the anxiety, the weaker it will get. And the only reason why it's only so strong anyway is because you listened to it for so long. You made it stronger. Because at the beginning, when you got anxious thoughts in the beginning, you got scared. And instead of, just keep doing what you were doing with your life, you stopped for a second. Because you were scared, which is understandable. But now that you know, like, how to beat anxiety is, you gotta live with it anyway, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody has anxiety. The thing is just some people have it more than others. Anxiety is, at the end of the day, anxiety is a natural thing. It comes from fucking, like, prehistory. Cavemen had it when, like, when enemy tribes attacked, when, like, I don't even know what that animal is. That's some fucking big-ass animal attacked. I'm retarded right now. I don't even know. I don't even care enough. But yeah, you get the point, right? So it's basically like you gotta go through life like with the anxiety or without. And so the goal is ultimately why I said like don't try to beat it, because here's the thing: you can never beat anxiety 100%. Like there will be a moment in your life where you're most likely gonna get anxious again. Like that's just how it goes, and that's not even a bad thing, because that means like that your brain is working correctly. But it's basically like your brain is overprotective because you are in a very like vulnerable state. Your nervous system's all fucked up. You probably don't sleep right. You take probably like drink a lot of coffee or whatever. You don't sleep. You don't work out. Your brain is basically all the time in anxious mode, right? So that's the first thing. Do what you were gonna do anyway. You gotta learn that even though your thoughts feel dangerous, they can't really hurt you. That's like something you really, really gotta learn. There is nothing like, don't believe this fucking, oh, if I believe something for long enough, then it's going to happen. No, bro. No, like, that's not how the body works. You can't just believe that you are going to go blind and then go blind. Like, that's just not how it fucking goes, right? So understand this, your thoughts don't really hold power, even though they feel real. They can't really hurt you. That's what you gotta understand. Then build a routine and act on it no matter how you feel. The second thing that helps is if you are really like anxious in general, don't like limit caffeine and nicotine very strictly, and Adderall too. Limit basically drugs that make you feel really, really stimulated. Because if you're already anxious, like naturally, you taking coffee or like nicotine or whatever is gonna 10 times that. Because when you take caffeine or nicotine, your nervous system gets like really, really alert, and you basically notice every sensation to a point where it's not even good anymore. That's like when you get hyper alert and you can't even you're super anxious, you start panicking and shit. If this is you, I'm not saying you gotta stop, drinking coffee or like snooze or whatever you do, whatever your kind of like your drug is. But if you're truly, truly struggling with anxiety, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's second thing. Limit drugs that wire your brain and make you super hyper alert. And the third thing, and this is off the dome, by the way. I'm not cutting any of this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like kind of, this is off the top of my head, right? So let me think if I got a third one for y'all. And yeah, the third one is obviously like, and this is like a given. Just make sure you don't live like a complete degenerate. Like, bro, if you're a motherfucker and you go to sleep at 3 a.m. every day, you drink coffee all the time. You drink coffee all the time, or energy drinks. You're on TikTok 24/7. You don't study. You don't work out. You don't have friends. Like, put two and two together. Like, the fuck? Are we serious? Like, are we serious? Are you really asking why am I anxious? The fuck? Like, make it make sense, right? So that's the third thing. You got to make sure you have some kind of like routine that is healthy. I'm not saying you got to be a full-on like fucking self-improvement artist. Wake up at 4 and just meditate for 3 hours under a tree or something. That's not what I'm saying. But just make sure you do healthy shit each day. Make sure you go to the gym every day. Eat somewhat healthy, you know, have a bedtime routine. Start like a side project, you know, instead of just studying. Start a YouTube channel, start posting TikToks, start like building a clothing brand, pick up a hobby, martial arts, whatever interests you. Get something in your life that is going to take brain capacity away from anxiety. So that way you don't have as much time to think about being anxious. Alright? So that's kind of like the biggest things that help me. And I'm not gonna lie, like I don't even do, like my routine right now is pretty fucked too. Like I live like a degenerate too. But the biggest thing that helped me is probably like 1 and 2, like labeling the anxiety, and like basically you just gotta man up, basically. Just do what you are gonna do anyway. It doesn't matter if you're anxious. So that's like that's the hardest thing. Like if you can, oh my gosh. If you can go through life with this like voice that's like bullying you and you fucking move anyway, you got it, bro. Like you're a strong motherfucker and you got my respect, because that shit is hard, right? And that's ultimately how anxiety loses power, as I explained already. So that, and the second one with like the substances, like if you take too much caffeine, it's gonna fuck with your head, with your anxiety. Those 2 things are probably help the most, but that does not mean don't do the 3, just because I'm living like a bit of a degenerate right now, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found value in it. This is like a quick one. I haven't really, you know, thought of it that much. I haven't really scripted this video, as you can tell. But yeah, I hope you guys found some value in it though. This is just like real things that have helped me. And if they help me, they will probably help you too. Because I guess we are kind of similar if you watch, you know, these type of videos. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment down below what you want to see in the next one, and leave your opinion. Subscribe to the channel so we don't forget my